This is Gender Matters, Chapter 3 from the Allen book. What is gender and why does it matter? Before talking about gender, we have to understand sex. Sex is a classification of individuals through biology, as in the different genitalia that humans have or the different X and Y chromosomes. Gender is the classification of an individual through culture, meaning our ideology has put opposite sexes into two categories. Those categories are male and female. While our culture has done that, other cultures may have 3 categories or 4 categories, while some may have none at all. Gender matters because it has controlled the way we act, think, and live for centuries. These gender roles have molded us into who we are. Some people dress based off of their gender roles, and their hobbies are based off of gender, while other people are so determined to go against these gender roles that these gender roles have molded them into who they are because they don't want to be seen as the typical girl or the typical boy or typical woman or typical man. So gender has controlled the way they act and think and live as well. The ideology of gender and how it relates to labor. Men have been told for centuries they must act and think in a specific way to be masculine, such as they shouldn't show emotion because that's considered something that women do, or that they have to act a specific way because they don't want to be thought of as girly. Women have been told the same thing but to be feminine, as in women are told that they have to learn how to cook and learn how to clean and that they have to get married and have children because that's the role that a woman has. When women started working and it became a normal thing for women to work, the ideology of gender took over the workforce by proclaiming certain careers meant to be for men and for women. In the 20th century, there were pink-collar jobs, such as secretaries and teachers, and those were things that women were supposed to do, while men were supposed to be CEOs and businessmen and doctors and have all these high-paying jobs. This has led to numerous problems we see today with gender roles and the fight for equality between men and women. An example of this would be the fight for equal pay. Equal pay, the fight started when women started realizing that they were making less than men, even if they were doing the same job and working the same hours, and they were at the same position. The unequal pay most likely started because men were always supposed to make more than women. So when women started working and a woman having a job became a regular thing, men ended up making more to please that stereotype that men have to make more than women, when in reality they should be making the same amount as women, but if women work harder, if they have a higher position, then then women should be making more. The ideology of gender has affected us in so many ways because we are expected to belong to a certain category, and these categories aren't allowed to mix with each other, which is why we have problems with these gender roles, as in men shouldn't be stay-at-home dads or women shouldn't be making more than a man if they have the same job or they're the same position. That is how hegemony has affected us with gender, because so many people think that women have to live this certain life and men have to live a certain way, that it's strange to see that these roles have been switched, or that men and women could do the same thing, and it's not seen as normal when it should.